Welcome to the Elite Flow Framework, the framework that will allow you to relinquish your anxiety from approaching women and having conversations with women on first dates, and overall improving your social skills and conversational skills when interacting with beautiful women. This is strictly for women that you find beautiful, women that you find extremely attractive, because everyone knows when you're talking to the old lady at your job, you're not nervous. You don't have anxiety. You're not unsure of how to move and how to speak with her. It's with women that you find extremely attractive. Now, to preface this course, a majority of the knowledge and wisdom that you will gain will give you the tools that will allow you to get the outcomes that you're looking for once you're already in the conversation with the woman. This is you already just made the first approach at the gym. This could be with a girl at your job that you're having a conversation with. This could be you on a first date and you're just nervous, you have anxiety, you're unsure of what to say. The 8 chapters of this course will give you the tools to allow you to navigate through that smoothly. Now, I know a lot of you are going to have issues with the initial approach. You have anxiety just going up to the woman, which prevents you from interacting with the woman completely. If this is your issue, these are 2 things that allowed me to move past it. And I've struggled with approach anxiety for a majority of my life, literally up until age 23. And I'm currently 25. That should give you a little bit of information on how long I struggled with it and how recently I've been able to overcome this, right? First thing that helped me was a perspective change. I need you to visualize this right now. Picture a piece of paper and you draw a line straight down the middle. On one side at the top, on the left side, there's a heading that says, I am him, or I am courageous. On the right side, there's a heading at the top that says, I am a bitch. I am weak. I am not courageous. I'm a scared man. You need to understand that every time you see a woman of interest, every time you see a beautiful woman that you would like to talk to, that you would like to share her company, you just do nothing. You just let her pass you by and let your fear of being rejected or your fear of being criticized allow you to not make any move at all. You're subconsciously drawing a tally on the I am a bitch side. There's a tally on I am a bitch. I am not strong. I am weak. I am scared of women. Every time you see a woman that you would like to interact with and you do not make that move, you are drawing a tally on the I am a bitch side. And every time, even though you're nervous, you have anxiety, you're scared of rejection, you're worried about the ego and self-esteem hit that you will take if a woman does not find you attractive or if a woman decides to not take you up on your offer to share her company, even though you are nervous and you still make the approach, you still allow yourself to go after what it is in life that you want, you are drawing a tally on the I am courageous. I am him. I'm a real man. There's a very big misconception about what increases confidence and what decreases confidence. Men think getting rejected from a woman decreases confidence, and it does not. It does not. What decreases confidence is seeing something that you want and being too scared to go after it, so you make no move at all. There has been many times, once I applied this perspective change, I would go up to a woman. She did not find me attractive. She rejected me. But I felt better about myself after I left or after I got rejected, because I know prior I would have done nothing. I would have been too scared. I wouldn't have done anything. But the fact that I had the balls to go over there to the woman of interest, even though I'm nervous, even though I'm scared, my heart's beating out of my chest, even though I still did it, even though I didn't want to, even though it was a ton of discomfort, afterwards, I felt better about myself. I felt more confident. The second part of what really helped me let go of the shackles of that anxiety to make the approach. Having a friend with you, right, that is on the same page or of the same mentality of overcoming your fears, because it's much bigger than women. It's much bigger than a woman. I was out. We were downtown in Orlando. It gets very busy. There's plenty of women outside. There's plenty of guys outside. There's a bunch of clubs, bars, etc. That's a nightlife type of area, right? He would go and shoot any girl that he saw. He would just go. Doesn't matter what he said. He would just say whatever came to mind. Hey, what's up? I want you. I'm not saying that's a good approach, but he would just go. I would see him bag beautiful women, I would see him get rejected by beautiful women, and he would only go on the women that he thought was the most gorgeous, on the most beautiful, the women that guys like me and us would find the most intimidating. He would go up to those. It would show you that getting rejected is nothing. The men that you need to get away from you are the guys that if you go and approach a woman and you get rejected, they'll clown you. They'll make fun of you. Men who do that are simply insecure themselves. They don't understand the game themselves. Because all the men who do get a lot of girls, all the men who are attracting a lot of women, who are confident, right? Who have relinquished their approach anxiety. Why? Because they have overcame it. They have approached women on women on women on women on top of women. They've approached. They understand that if you get rejected, it is nothing. It is no big deal. You'll see once you get rejected, nothing happens. Once you go and finally break through and just go and make the approach over and over on every woman that you find beautiful, if you're a single guy, every woman that you desire to share some company with, once you do that and see that the consequences are non-existent from getting rejected, that is when you really come to that factor. And now going up to a girl, you're nowhere near as nervous as you was at first because you had built up what rejection would be like in your head so much. You've built it up super high in your head. Oh my God, it's gonna be so embarrassing. Oh my gosh. Completely scared of women. I see so many TikToks and videos with millions of likes of guys talking about, yeah, I saw this girl at the gym today. She was gorgeous. She was looking at me. I looked at her and I just walked away and I didn't say anything. Like, what you thought I was going to go and make the approach? Hell no. Because guys are fearful of women. They're scared. They're scared of what could happen, of being perceived as creepy, of being perceived as unattractive. They're so scared of a particular woman's perception of you, which isn't even accurate, because for a woman to have a proper perspective on you, an idea of you, it would be impossible to have an accurate representation of you or have an accurate idea of who you are as a human being from a 30-second to 2-minute interaction with you. You've been on this planet years on end, for decades. She would have to really sit down with you and speak to you and engage with you for hours on end, days on end, months on end to even get a fraction of your actual worth. So when you go and pull up on a woman, this is another perspective that you can use to benefit you. Understand that if she rejects you, she's not really rejecting you. She's rejecting the false idea of you that she's conjured up in her head within 30 seconds. She sees how you walk, she sees how you dress. She's immediately putting you in a box. She's immediately judging the type of guy that she believes you are, which has to be inaccurate because she does not know you. That is another perspective that helped me. If I pulled up on a girl and she rejected me, quote unquote, I knew she wasn't really rejecting me. She's rejecting the idea of me she built up in her head. She doesn't know me. She does not know me to reject me because I'm a great guy. I take care of myself. I'm a disciplined man. I'm a well-spoken man. I'm a confident man. I'm a hardworking man. I smell good. My grooming is on point. And these are other things that can also help you. Stack up reasons of why you're that guy. Stack up reasons of why you're the shit. Be in the gym. Eat healthier than most men. Be in better shape than most men. Dress better than most men. Make sure your grooming is better than most men. Make sure you're a better man of character than most men, because most men do not have good character. Most men do not operate by a certain set of solid principles and morals and a code of ethics. Be a good man, be a good person. She's not gonna know you have all these things. If you prioritize yourself, you prioritize bettering yourself day in and day out. If you do this and you stack up all these reasons of why you're that guy to you, you can approach the woman with a certain level of confidence, because you know if she decides to deal with you, if she decides to date you, she decides to go on a date with you, if she decides to have sex with you, if she decides to do anything, it would be of her benefit.
If I gave you a suitcase that had $1 million in it and I say, go give it to this girl over here, would you be scared to bother her?
No.
Go give the suitcase to this girl over here, right? Go whatever she's doing, go stop her and give her this suitcase. Would you be scared? Would you have
No,
doubts?
not at all.
If she turned the suitcase down, not knowing what's inside, you know what's inside. If she turned the suitcase down, what would you think of her?
She's dumb as hell.
You have to look at yourself like the suitcase. That's how I look at myself, like the suitcase.
It's a good
Because I
analogy.
know my value.
It would be of her benefit. Once you have that idea, you're unstoppable. But I just wanted to add that preface to the chapter because there's no getting around being super nervous from the very beginning. You're not going to watch this entire course and be like, yes, I'm freed, I'm good, I'm cured. No, you have to get boots on the ground. You have to get boots on the ground and you have to approach women. You have to get rejected by women. Literally, you need to get rejected for you to be fully relinquished from rejection and the anxiety that comes from the idea of being rejected. Go up, express your interest, and have a woman say no. And understand that there are millions of women on this planet. Not every single one is going to like you. Some women could even like you or find you attractive, but they're just married. Some women might like you and find you attractive, but they have a boyfriend. Some women might like you and find you attractive, but it's her last day because she's on vacation and it's her last day in your city and she doesn't want to get involved in anything. There's so many reasons why a woman could reject you and it have nothing to do with you. You must apply all of these different perspectives which will allow you to break through your nervousness, to break through your anxiety. That's just to get you to make the approach because I know a lot of you guys are struggling just making the approach, period. And you want this to cure you. You have to get boots on the ground and be a man. You have to stack some tallies on I'm a real man. I'm him. I go after what I want. And you can only do that by making the approach when you're scared, when you have anxiety. That is the only way to cure yourself of it. Me being a man who has studied women and attracting women and grooming and styling these things of that nature, I have been able to attract women without making that cold approach. When I'm at the club or if I'm at work, I have been able to position myself in a way that will have either the woman approach me or other girls to let other girls know that, hey, this girl likes you. This girl said you were cute. This girl over here was feeling you. And then I would make my move from there. But I always had approach anxiety because I'm going after easy. I'm going after low-hanging fruit. I'm going after things that I know are guaranteed. So up until the age of 23, when there's men who have been able to get this relinquished in high school, I'm still the age of 23 still dealing with anxiety because I'm not allowing myself that rejection. So I'm not learning. I was not learning. I was not improving. I was not progressing. You must take that step. But I'm not going to beat up a dead horse. Just to recap for the preface, 1, you need to visualize a two-sided chart. One side says I'm him, I'm a real man, I'm that guy. The other side says I'm a bitch, I'm a wuss, I am nothing. Every time you see a woman that you like or would like to share your company and you psych yourself out or you're too nervous to take action and just go and say hi or just to go and introduce yourself, you're adding a tally on I'm a bitch, on I am soft, I am a weak. And if your tallies on I am weak outweigh your tallies that say I'm him, I'm that guy, you are going to move with a timid, scared, nervous sense of being because it's the truth. You're scared because every time you had an opportunity to make something happen, you didn't take it. And your subconscious is telling you, you're not that guy. You're not him. You are not courageous. You are not good with women. How do you counteract this? You need to get some tallies on I'm that guy. You need to get some tallies on I go after what I want. I'm courageous. I'm that dude. And the only way to get that side to outweigh the other is to get some tallies on. And how do you get some tallies on? When you see a woman of interest, you just go and force yourself to go even though you don't want to do it. 2, Keep people around you that have a similar mindset of understanding that rejection from a particular woman is nothing. If you have guys around you that are gonna clown you and laugh at you because you got rejected by a girl, get those guys away from you. They're contributing to your nervousness. Now on the next girl going to approach, now you're really not gonna do it. Now you're really scared to do it. Now you really have anxiety because of the embarrassment, because of the backlash that you got from your peers. Those are cornballs. Get those guys away from you. You need to get around guys that have this understanding of approaching women and have this same mindset. When you have people like that, it will change your being. It will show you in real time that it's nothing, that you should go and make the approach. That's number 2. And then number 3 is understand that even if a woman does reject you, she's not even rejecting you. She's just rejecting the idea of you. So do not attach to it. Go up and approach in a respectful manner because you're a respectful man. Express your interest. If she likes you, cool. If she doesn't, cool. Have a beautiful day and keep it moving. That's pretty much the recap. I'll see y'all boys in chapter 1.